Alright, well, I wasn't going to record until I got down to the creek, but it's really pretty out here. And there's these sweet peas over here that are just fucking huge. Look at that. Biggest ones I've seen anywhere. Boy, that bog down there, like a place the water can pool. That freaking stinks. Hey, Dad, did you notice that smell back there? There's like a little pool where all that stuff drains down, and there's like a log and stuff in it, and it's all rotting. And it just stinks to high heaven. It's, I don't know, it's just that kind of raw, rotting nature. Right now, no, it's not. This is, though. I meant to look that up. I was thinking that those bluish purple, they look like little tiny trumpets, kind of. I think that's penstemon, Penstemon. But dig out hole, and oh wow, look how far the tailings go over here. I can share some history on this stuff. The whole area in the 1950s, they came out here and determined what the worth of everything was. Whether there was gold, silver, you know, what was here. And they made these holes all over the place. Testing straight down, you know, what was in the ground. What's at the bottom? What's at the bottom? Oh, great.
Oh, thing, and it says, looks like it says 6 of 99.
Huh. Probably when they closed them, maybe.
Must have gone down a long way, sir.
No kidding. That's a huge tailing pile. It's all scattered around too. See, now I think the first time you and I came out here, we drove all the way down to the bottom parking lot thing, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Met those other guys in the Jeep. They were glad we had the focus on the forest.
oh yeah, that's out here when we saw them. That's right. But then the last time, like when I came out in the Subaru, it was closed because what was it? I don't think they actually had the marker yet. They just had one that was further up by the road, and people were just going around the marker and coming down here anyway. And they had, before putting another marker in, somebody or whatever had put a whole bunch of logs across the road. And then someone else had Ooh, mica chunk. Like mica and dirt.
Yeah.
I can believe the size of those sweet peas. Even the ones here are pretty chunky.
What size of what?
The sweet peas.
Oh yeah.
Like the ones out there on the other side, on the 290 area, they have clusters of buds on the top, not flowers.
Yeah.
These are all, you know, fully. Yeah, here's another one of that. Let's see what it is.
Oh, good, a plastic for.
Yeah.
Quite a view from here down the valley.
Oh wow, yeah. Straight that way.
That's nice.
It'd probably be worth it to get on top of one of these things here, just for a more elevated view that way.
Put the drone up.
I've never done any of the little peaks immediately out here because I really wasn't sure of the land status. But the fences stop down here. So it matters. Oklahoma, Arizona, what does it matter? What does it matter? They've even been beat up by the rain here over or the hail possibly. See, in my mind, it was more like you turned the corner and it went straight down. And it does that eventually, I guess. I'm waiting for it to be soft and me to slip and fall here. That day we were out at Box Canyon when it was all wet, if you stepped wrong out there, you could, you know, totally shoot down the hill. I'm surprised at how cool it feels.
Yeah.
Like my hands are pretty well cold. Oops. I want to contact you in the branches.
That reminds me, I guess it was just where we got out of the Jeep. There was a campsite over there, and it looked like there was a metal ring taken down there.
Yeah.
That was good, huh?
Yeah. They've really put them where they want you to camp, you know. I don't know, they've neglected so many areas except for the ones that were always sort of sketchy in the first place. And, you know, it just shows you most of them were ones that weren't their ideas. You know? Yeah, this is, I guess, more the portion I remember where it was all kind of gnarly and chunky rock, soap rock stuff everywhere. Some of last year's little thistle things. Even this kind of goes down and curls over more than I remembered it. Oh, you can tell we're after a creek because we just keep going down. Yeah, that's what I think. I'm almost certain is the Penstemon, where it has lots of little tiny spots before it ever opens up.
I always remember when they were here, always thinking, well, all we got to do is be able to get out of here. Because the hill was, pretty rocky and loose.
Yeah, well, and then like this part gets muddy and you tear it up trying to go up it. So makes sense. Some of these they just have you stop at a certain point,
Yeah.
Good place to camp, and it keeps them from bringing in so much crap.
Like flood here, huh? Oh, it's cool down here.
Well, here's our trail, if there ever was one. Oh, it does pick up a little better down here. Let's say, 'cause I think it's basically a deer trail. Because as it freezes up in the winter, the deer can't drink out of this one. And they have to actually go to the creek, the real creek.
So we had the family out here.
Yeah. That's a big mushroom and it hasn't finished pushing up yet. I didn't think we'd had such a rainfall to have big mushrooms come up, but that's just one.
Yeah, we just had the heat for them. Didn't have that moisture.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot nicer out here, I think, when you come in the early spring, because it won't even be that long until you won't even know that there's a creek down there, because of how tall everything gets. And I guess it's a little more jungly as you go further back, but
Mosquito gulch.
yeah. That's kind of crazy, but I think the ground is actually still dry enough. You're not really getting too many muddy spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a trail. You gotta watch for something to scratch your leg or thorns to catch you.
Trail needs a manicure.
Well, I remember it gets
Not that big.
it gets sketchy, and they haven't cleaned up all the trees in a while. But
Huh?
oh, never mind. I couldn't. It was black on black. I couldn't see the other bag in there. A lot of stuff moved, but I think it was all bugs. Oh, that stick jumped up and bit me. Oh, here's a nice little exposed part of the pre-creek. I guess it is another creek that feeds it, but it often dries out too. It comes from that like a farmer's pond up the way, so it might be spring fed because there's quite a few springs out here. That's actually where you have the tires in the other videos. See it past.
Reminds me of some of the places up there on the Rainbow Trail along South Creek. You can get there and it's just like a enchanted forest.
Yeah. Look at this sucker that went down. What happened there? Kaboosh, that would have been something to see. It was green, but that doesn't look normal at the base. It's rotten and dead at the base. Something happened to its root foundation and down it went. Across it. I remember this part where you have to go down some of the rocky area. Here's the creek now. I bet the creek with its tighter, split space and the rainfall is gushing decent. The river is a lot more controlled. Definitely start losing some elevation quicker. Here. Gotta check out everything. Oh, that's cool. Tiny waterfall. There being kind of two ways here. The other way is easy. That way is easier. Foot's too wide. That's why I like these shoes, because the toes are real wide. Strange little oasis. You come out here in the summertime and everything's all crispy dry, and then come down here and it's really different. This is quite the rock formation here I'm standing on too. Look at that. that thing. These big ones don't really. You know what I hadn't anticipated is that it would be almost chocolate milk colored. It's not that thick, but there's no reason to make any in the water videos today.